Yo, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man. Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? That shit is woke. Anything ill you see is woke. Nigga have a big 6 at the curb, that's woke. Okay. Especially if he got the fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo.
Yeah.
Peace,
How you doing,
peace.
Akil? Peace, peace.
Man, peace. What's up, Queen Shahinni? How you doing?
Doing good. Been wanting to get on and talk about Black Rob and everything that went on in the last 7 days with with myself. And the truth is, he requested for me to take care of him.
What's the beginning? What's the start? The start of how your relationship came with Black Rob and stuff. What was it that What's the linkage and stuff?
Yeah, my husband is his barber, so
Ah.
he's been doing his hair for probably over 7 years now
Mm.
here in Atlanta. And when they were in Harlem, he was his barber. hmm So
Okay.
that's how he knows me and I know him.
Okay. Okay. So like so you in Atlanta right now, right?
Yeah, in
So
Atlanta.
what how did he link up with y'all in Atlanta? How did this come about?
Well, as soon as he came out the hospital, a guy, I don't want to mention any names, brought him to the house and Ty cut his hair right after he got out the hospital this last time here in Atlanta. He
Mm.
had an operation on his lungs to remove the fluid.
Mm. Mm.
So that morning when we woke up, we seen a post saying that he was in a hospital.
Mm.
So we called his ex-manager, which Ty knows him, and man, what's up with Black Rob? What's going on? And he said he just had operation.
Mm.
Um, but I'm at work, so I'm working on some houses right now. So call me back later, and I'll give you guys a heads up what's going on with them.
Right.
So about an hour or so later, he pulls up, and Black Rob is in the car. And I'm thinking, after surgery, they would have kept him or gave him some type of further treatment.
Right.
He goes back and forth from New York to Atlanta.
Okay.
So he was out here since March, the All-Star game weekend. He was here from that day. So he hadn't had his treatment as far as dialysis since he left New York, which was
Mm.
March this
Mm.
time, which was March of this year. So, of course, after having dialysis for 5 years, um, you kind of putting yourself in a dangerous situation.
Right.
And when he got to the house, I was like, "Oh, Rob, you all right?" And I started taking care of him and washed his face and stuff. He was in pretty bad condition.
Right.
And the guy who brought him was like, I got to go out of town in the morning. I don't know. I'm going to Puerto Rico. I don't know, what to do, but I'll call you guys and let you know after his hair got cut. I'll call you and let you know if he's okay and how it worked out.
Mm.
So next thing I know, I get a text saying Rob is requesting for you to come take care of him, to see about him. And
Mm.
that was at midnight. So I said, okay, I'll go in the morning.
Mm.
When I get to the hotel room that he got for him, he was just there. He couldn't even lay down
Mm.
because it was hurting him so bad that to sit up with pillows plopped up to rest, to sleep, was the best way he could do it.
Mm.
So when I got there, I rubbed him down with frankincense and peppermint oil to kind of soothe his back so it won't be bothering the soreness in his on his left side of his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And he proceeded to tell me, I want you to take care of me, but I don't want any dialysis anymore. I
Mm.
said, wow, well, we got to go to your appointment is today. Um, so we called and canceled it and made it for the next day because his manager at the time, our promoter or whatever he is to him, uh, bought him some clothes. He's actually was holding his money.
Right.
So he bought him some clothes, and then we proceeded to go to dialysis. Now, mind you, from New York, in New York, dialysis, the building probably brand new. It's a little bit different in technology there. So
Mm.
this one out here in Atlanta was in a house like where they do things out here like that.
Right.
Dialysis and in and out hospitals and stuff like that. So he went in, we signed the paperwork. I mean, I filled out the paperwork as he was saying to fill out. And I left. They said come back in 3 to 4 hours. So I left. It was clean when you go in the play. It was sanitized and clean. But I understand him saying that it wasn't up to his standards. But then again, remember when I first got to him that morning, he didn't want dialysis anymore. He just wanted to do it natural.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so, like that next day, we went to dialysis, and the nurse said you can come back 3 or 4 hours. So I left. About 6 to 10 minutes, they're calling me. Oh my God, your brother, he ran out. Your friend or whoever he is, a relative, he ran out. I'm like, ran out? What do
What?
you What do
Mm.
you mean? And so I go, okay, let me call you back. Let me call him. She said, please find him because he was in our care and I don't want anything to happen to him.
Wow.
And so I called him. He walked about a mile down the road to a gas station, BP gas station, and was like, Queen, come get me now. I'm not
Wow.
doing it. It's dirty in there. I'm not doing dialysis no more. I can't do it anymore. I said,
Mm.
well, you sure? He says, yeah. So I talked to the social worker and she said to take him back to Piedmont to get a new facility. And so the next day, that day is when he started his natural healing remedies.
Mm.
So we did herbs, we did berry smoothies, we ate kales, greens, cabbage, no meat though,
Mm.
and he was enjoying everything,
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's hard when a person doesn't want the treatment that they know they need.
Right.
But obviously, he knew something that we didn't know. He was
Mm.
he was dying. He was, just wanted to spend his last days in peace,
Mm.
happiness or
Wow.
whatever made him happy.
Right. 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 Wow. And this was day one and day two of you meeting him, and then the next day y'all going to dialysis after
Yeah, this
after
is
when
day
you picked
two.
him up and went to the hotel that morning and stuff. That was that
Right.
day. And stuff. Wow, wow, wow. So, him running out of the dialysis basically and stuff. Did it alert you like, man, something's not right, or something like you said, like basically what you said, like something is maybe he knew something that you didn't know or
That we
whatnot.
didn't know, right? Yeah, it alarmed me very much so because I was passionate about taking care of him. I didn't get paid for it
Right.
or anything. I was passionate about taking care of Black Rob, a legend, and feeling good about it. And being that he knows us, um, that felt good also. And that he requested for me, that felt even better because I do this type of work, healing and transitioning people to the next level or dimension
Mm.
or
Mm.
whatever you want to call it, paradise, heaven, whatever a person wants to
Right.
call it. But he,
Right.
leaving here, I've always assisted people, praying over them, just making their lives comfortable until that day.
Right. Right. Right.
So, of course I was alarmed. I felt passionate and nobody was there but me.
Right, right. So that next day, I mean that same day that he went to dialysis, and then you took him to get the herbs and everything and stuff. How was he feeling? How was he feeling after that? Did he seem like he was doing better, or just
He was
felt like?
doing much better. I mean, Akil, it's like his whole body, his skin, the swelling went down, his skin started to be vibrant, and his mind wanted to fight whatever was coming, but his organs couldn't take it, and they
Mm,
they start breaking down day by day.
mm,
But on the seventh day is when his organs actually just went from his feet to his heart, and he had a cardiac arrest. So
mm, mm.
yeah,
So what
so
happened after day two and stuff? That day that he went
after
ran
day
out of his
two
house.
and day
Yeah.
three, we proceeded with our daily routine, exercising, herbs and berries is good for the kidneys and
Right.
stuff. So we have all kind of berries in the berry smoothies and the herb shots. He was doing wonderful. That's so day three. After we did all that, he ate breakfast, and after he did all that, I followed up with the second appointment for the dialysis.
Mm,
So he's pretty much out of it most of the time. He goes in and out. He knows
mm.
what he's saying, and then sometimes he doesn't. But that's because he hadn't had dialysis in a while.
Right.
So that third day, I took him to the appointment again. He said, "Yo, word! I told you I don't want no dialysis. I'm not going to no hospital. They're going to
Mm,
take me away from you, and I don't want to die in the hands of the hospital." I was like,
mm.
"Wow!" So since over his, I'm not his wife. I'm not his, sister. I'm not a blood relative. I couldn't, which I wouldn't have done it to my own relative if I could have.
Right.
Um, tell them to strap him down, go ahead and proceed to sedate him to get the dialysis. So, I granted his wish, which was not to die in the hospital, or he
Mm,
didn't want dialysis anymore. He kept
mm.
saying, Styles P said we're gonna do it naturally, and every time I mention Styles P said he'll do it, I'm like, Styles P said drink this. Styles P. He did. He was doing everything. If long as I said Styles P, and Styles P was navigating with me from day one.
So how how
So
how does
and
how how does
yourself.
how does Styles P get in contact with you?
He called Robert's phone, and he asked for my number. Like, who's taking care of you? Let me have her number. No, give her my number. So I
Mm,
called him,
mm.
and I just start just you know grieving, like, help me out here. The brother need help. He need help now, not yesterday. Now.
Right, right,
And
right.
so Styles, he suggested to do he said, he appreciate and love me for doing what I was doing for his brother, and do what I think is best. And he wished that he could help further, but he will send us some herbs and everything like that to continue his healing. Because he
Mm,
even seen him and said, "Wow, you look good. Your skin looks good."
mm,
He was
mm,
doing good day
mm,
by
mm.
day. He was doing good.
Right, 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 right. So Styles P was very instrumental in this whole process right here.
This whole process. He was in New York. We're in Atlanta. We called anytime we called. He picked up FaceTime. He picked up.
Wow.
He
Wow.
was just trying to be of help to me to make sure that my mental state was healthy enough to continue to deal with him because it was a lot.
Right. Right. So did you think what was you thinking about, like, with from his handlers and stuff and people that was around him and stuff? Did you feel like, you know, they maybe could have done more, or they just wasn't supposed to, that you were supposed to be there to do that? How do you feel concerning that and stuff, like, and as well as, at what point did Puffy get in contact with you, or did you get in contact with him?
Yeah, so I think that everybody could have stepped in, which they were. I mean, everybody called him from Pete Rock to Diamond D. I mean, Diamond D came by and seen him.
Wow.
Smooth B. I mean, everybody in the industry was checking for him. They said they didn't know that it was that bad,
Mm.
and so they were trying to get him help. And my opinion, he needed it now. Like I was helping him now.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
he needed somewhere to stay to continue to get his treatment, because you can have the dialysis done at your home now,
Right.
and it would have been more better for me or whoever would take care of him. It would be better for a caregiver to take care of him from the home because of his condition was so bad.
Right.
And I think that you know everybody could have done a little bit more quicker. And
Mm.
Puffy
When
called
everybody, who you specifically talking about?
all his people who was around him. Al, Mark Curry. Mark Curry did end up, when I called him on the seventh day, he ended up coming to see what because I had it in my voice like, you're coming down, you're coming today to help me with him because I feel something. And
Mm.
and
Mm.
Puffy called. I was sitting right there when Puffy called Black Rob, and Puffy said to him everything that he, I guess, was going to do. And he said, I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can. But I
Mm.
love you. You're my brother. I love you. Stay strong. And we're going to see about getting you into a place and everything. So he did call and did, tell him he was going to do that. So
Mm.
I guess
Mm.
he was working on it
Mm. Mm.
because he
Mm.
paid for the room for 2 weeks just to make
Okay.
sure we can get things done, I guess, and within that time. But it was too late.
Did you get a chance to talk to Puffy yourself?
No, I didn't talk to him. I tried calling him several times, but uh, I left messages and stuff. But he was talking to the guy who dropped him off over here.
Mm-hmm.
And so, from what I hear, they were planning to get him the help that he needs.
Time just ran out.
Right.
Time in between that time, the things that you needed to take care of him, like as far as like just getting him his food and stuff, and just taking care. Was it him? Was it Rob that had the money, or where did that money come from to take care of him within those 7 days?
Well, me and my husband, we did it. We did
Mm,
everything. We fed him 3 times a day. You
mm,
know,
mm,
I never asked him for any money. Even when he got some money, I didn't ask him for anything. I just continued to, do what I do. Make
wow,
sure he ate.
wow.
I cooked. And the last meal he had, he was like, "Boy, Queen, this food is like, whoa."
No, that's what he said. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
he was very comical. He made me laugh. We hugged, we kissed each other on the forehead. I just gave him a lot of love and attention. He talked about his mom, his sister, his family and his children, you know,
Mm, mm, mm,
said a
mm.
lot of deep things. And it it was a great time and it was a sad time.
Wow.
Yo, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man. Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? That shit is woke. Anything ill you see is woke. Nigga have a big 6 at the curb, that's woke. Okay. Especially if he got the fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I had this